Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, and I want to go ahead and get started with our math and science lessons for today. All right, so today's task, you will need to complete your spiral review, your fraction of the day. There is a challenge task for you. You will complete a force drawing or drawings if you want to do more than one, and some type of practice on Education Galaxy or Clever. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our spiral review for today. We have 4 problems just like we did yesterday, and our first one is dealing with place value. And I was so happy to see that pretty much most of you who submitted your work to me remembered place value. So go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back, and I'm going to give myself a pat on the back as a virtual pat on the back to you. So let's go ahead and look at our first problem. Number 1, what is the place value of the underlying digit? All right, remember, digits are just the numbers. We don't need to know the number. We want to know the place value. Okay? What is the place value of the underlying digit? All right? The number is 21,212. All right? Say it with me. 21,212. And we can see that our first number right here, this 2, is the one that's underlined. What is the place value of that 2? Okay? Number 2, find the product. And remember, we went over this yesterday. Product is the answer to a what? Multiplication sentence. So our problem that we have is 4 times 8. Okay? I need you to find me the product of 4 times 8. And then we come right here. Find the quotient. And the problem they gave us was 28 divided by 7. All right? And quotient is simply the answer to a division problem. All right? And finally, number 4, you have a word problem, and it says a pizza is cut into 6 equal slices. You and your friends have eaten 3 of the pieces all together. What fraction of the pizza has been eaten? Okay? I want you to look at these numbers, and I want you to find how can you show this in fraction form. All right? Remember, these 4 problems are your spiral review for today. All right, now we're going to move into our actual math problems for today for multiplying a fraction by a whole number. And I want to stop right here. I was so happy with the work that I got yesterday. I got so many work samples yesterday from you all. And for my kids to be learning virtually, and all of you were able to understand the concept and work through any issues you have, I was so happy, almost cried. So I want to give you a round of applause for your hard work yesterday. It was amazing, okay? So we're going to just do a quick little review of how to solve these problems, and then you'll go into your problems for today. All right, so it's how to solve, and I've done my best to do a kind of a step-by-step and color-code it for you to help you see what or how to solve these problems, okay? So remember, we're multiplying a fraction by a whole number, but I put my whole number first because I think it makes it a little easier for you to see it that way, all right? So just like yesterday, our example is 5 times 4/5, okay? When we look at this problem, we only see one fraction. So we have to do something to this 5 to make it a fraction, all right? So we're going to come over here. We're going to follow our arrow, and we are going to take this 5 and put it over a 1. That makes this a fraction now, okay? So then, after we do that, we're going to take our numerators and we're going to multiply those together, and that will give us 20. And then we're going to come over here, we're going to take our denominators and multiply them together, and that will give us 5. 25ths is our answer, but we don't want to leave it like that. So we're going to look at the number 20 and we're going to look at the number 5. And I realized that I can divide. So 20 divided by 5 gives us 4 wholes. Okay? Let's look at our second problem. 8 times 3/4. All right? So we're looking at that and we realize once again there's only one fraction here and a whole number. So we have to do something to this 8 to make it a fraction. All right? So we're going to come over here, following our purple arrow, and we're going to take this 8 and put it over 1. That makes this now 2 fractions. All right? So now we're going to say, what do we need to do now? We're going to multiply. So 8 times 3 equals what? 24. And 1 times 4 equals what? 4. We look at this 4 and this 24 and I realize I can divide. So what I'm going to do is 24 divided by 4 gives me what? 6 wholes. All right? That's how you do the first set of these problems. Now let's look at the second ones. All right. So now we're going to look at these right here. I'm looking at these problems and I realize once again I have my whole number times my fraction. So we're going to go ahead and go into our step. We know the first thing we're going to do is put this whole number over 1, and then we're going to go ahead and start multiplying, like the orange little smiley face. It's like the little mouth part of the smiley faces show us. So what is 4 times 2? Well, that would be 8. And then 1 times 3 is what? 3. 8/3 is correct. You can leave it like that, but we want to make our improper fraction a mixed number. So I look at my problem right here, and I know that no matter what, my denominator has stayed the same the whole time. So now my new denominator is going to be 3. Okay? So I'm looking at my 3, and I realize that I need to get to 8 somehow with this problem. So I look at my 3 and I'm going, okay, 3 times what will give me close to 8? 3 times 2, that gives me 6. But 6 is not exactly 8. So we have to go 3 times 2 is 6 plus what will give me 8? 2. So 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 more is 8. So your answer is 2 2/3. Okay? All right. Now, let's look at this problem. We have 10 times 3/4. All right? So we're going to do the same thing right here. We're going to put our 10 over 1, and then we're going to multiply. 10 times 3, oops, I'm so sorry. 10 times 3 is 30. And then we have 1 times 4 is 4. So I'm looking at this and I realize my denominator has to stay 4. But then I go, how many times can 4 go? What could I multiply by 4 to get me to 30 or close to 30? And that answer is 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So not quite 30. But so what do I need to do now? We need to add. So 28 plus 2 would give me 30. And that is right, 7 2/4, but you can simplify your answer to 7 1/2. All right, so today your problems are, you're going to be multiplying your whole number and fraction to find your answer. And your problems for today is 6 times 1/4, and that's the first one. And then your second one is 5 times 3/8. All right? I feel confident in you. I know that you can work these problems out. I know that you were smart, and I know you got it because I saw your work yesterday, and I was so proud of everything that you did, okay? So Once again, the first problem is 6 times 1/4, and your second one is 5 times 3/8. All right, remember, I want to see all of your beautiful work, so please send it to me, Class Dojo, text message, or email. All right, and then we have some fraction videos I put in here for you to watch just in case you want to see a different way of breaking this down or a different step-by-step method for you to use to solve these problems. Please, please, please go watch the videos. All right, so your challenge task for today, drum roll for your challenge task. All right, your challenge task for today is Ken drinks 2/7 of a carton of milk each day. How much milk does he drink in 3 days? All right, so you have a fraction and a whole number here, and we've been multiplying, so I want you to figure out how can you solve this problem. Once again, the problem is Ken drinks 2/7 of a carton of milk each day. How much milk does he drink in 3 days? This 3 days is important. All right, remember to look at the 3. All right, for science today, I would like for you to draw a picture of friction. I got some wonderful pictures of motion yesterday, so today we're going to ramp it up a little bit and step it up, and I want you to draw me a picture of friction. And as always, I have a science video in here for you if you need to watch it to understand a little bit more how this works. All right, we have come to the end. I would love to see your work. I'm so excited. I'm going to post this video on Class Dojo. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything you need to ask me about, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, you or your parents, and I will be happy to help you. Remember, you are loved, you are smart, you are missed, and you got this. I want everyone to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and let's make it an awesome day, everybody. Thank you.